grave digging, wire fraud. In all these compromises, but she's like, what the hell? And she has the she has recording devices all over her. Oh God. Shit. Like, we might laugh, but for real thing for some people. So don't laugh at that. Why? And it's like. Okay, so I am going to review season 3 of On My Block episode 1, and let me just say spoiler alert. Okay, great. In case you missed it, yeah, it's gonna be a spoiler, so just turn off, don't look at it. It's not a spoiler free review. Let's move on. So the episode opens with Kachio, but we already knew from the trailer who Kachio was. It wasn't like a mystery nor nothing. What we didn't know was the connection of Kachio to Lil Ricky. And Kachio firmly believes that this group of incredible little youngsters is able to find her beloved love of Lil Ricky because she want to find him because she love him so much. Okay, fine. But then we're introduced to what I like to call the leader lieutenant syndrome, where Kachio is doing all of this, and yeah, everybody knows about Kachio, but she was like that ghost name, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kachio is that girl. People didn't even know who Kachio was. I'm sorry, I'm responsibly driving, but I'm also recording this session. Right. So a lot of people didn't really figure out, you know, that Kachio was like the person pulling the strings until like closer to the end of season 2. And then we have Spooky, who we were already very clear was like Mr. Big Bad Boss in charge of the gang. Now, Spooky isn't aware of what Kachio is doing that's involving his younger brother and his younger brother's friends. Remember, he would have been there while they were growing up, from K2 and whatever, going all the way up into junior high school, into high school, which is where they are now. They haven't even completed 1 year of high school. Am I right about this? They're not even done with year 1. We're looking at summer vacation about to happen. And they're knee deep, neck deep in all sorts of crazy mixed up that no kid should be involved in. Let's be fair. Grave digging, wire fraud. What? Anyway, Jasmine is now embedded in the team. Let's all get over the fact that Jasmine is an outlier. She's not. She is fully embedded in the team, and I couldn't be happier. She is clearly a little crazy because she's a poor detective. Her detective skills are like, her stalker skills are amazing. They're amazing. Why did we not notice that she was in all these compromises? But she's like, what the hell? Jasmine, who does this? Who records people having sex with Caesar and Monse? And who the hell does this? Who the hell does this? And she has she has recording devices all over her. I am so Rusbin. I hope that's a word, like Rusbin or Jasby or Rose. I don't even know anymore. But I am so team Ruby and Jasmine. I know eventually they'll get together. I know they'll have the most beautiful babies ever because they deserve this. They deserve this. Okay. All right. So that's that with Jasmine. Then we have Jamal and Jamal's dad, and that scene with Jamal and Jamal's dad, and I was like, what the hell? What? This man, oh God. Once again, On My Block has made me laugh for the comedy that it is. Expert writing, I tell you. The only thing that pisses me off about this series, like for real, is how long it takes them to generate this gold. But we wait. And I mean, like, at this pace though, guys, we left 10 episodes in seasons 1 and 2 to 8 episodes in season 3. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm just a wee bit nervous. Don't Game of Thrones me on this, guys. OMB writers, I beg you. I beg you. Hey, I beg you. Don't do this now. Ha. Okay. So, back to Jamal and Jamal's dad. Jamal is teaming up with Spooky to dig up Little Ricky's grave to make sure there's a body in the casket. Spoiler, no body in the casket. However, we are introduced to a new character who is Creepy Stalker, and that's what we're going with. Creepy Stalker, Prophet's Girl. She's in green. She clearly has a thing for Jamal. She's all lanky and tall, and it's just... There are so many questions that need to be answered with this chick. But I'm only at episode 1, guys, and I'm trying to savor the flavor. I'm really trying to flesh this one out because I already have a thing. Like, I need to detox on my block out of my system so I can survive the rest of the year. It's only March, and you know that the next release, we are going to speak it into being. Season 4 is coming out. More than likely following the trend in March. I know it's disappointing. Corona will not stop it. 2020 came out strong with everything that, you know, flooding, fires, volcanoes, eruptions, near World War III. All of that didn't stop on my block. It's not gonna stop season 4. Right. So moving along while the actors remain safe and sanitized. Not just the actors, but the whole team, because it's everybody. Everybody all together make this show the incredible show that it is. And I can't say enough. I heart on my block. Okay, Jamal and Spooky at the graveside. And what are they doing? They're digging up the casket. But here's where things get technical. So Spooky is afraid of touching the casket, much less opening the casket, because he doesn't want to get a ghost on him. And you have to understand superstitions in certain communities and societies. They're legit. Like, we might laugh, but for real, throw some salt over your shoulder. It's a real thing for some people, so don't laugh at that. The man don't want to touch the casket. Oh. Okay, so he sends Jamal, who's clearly in the hazmat suit, who's clearly prepared for anything except zombies, and he's really freaking out. And his fears are irrational, but they're his fears. You know what I'm saying? In both cases, irrational fears, but they're still very much real. So we open it and we realize that, what's his name? Creepy Nomi guy. The Nomi guy. I'm going to know his name real soon. Trust me. Once I go, I have it in my head, but Chivo done pranked everybody. I could have sworn, I promise you, I would have sworn blind that Chivo was Lil Ricky in disguise, but he's not. So we're back to, so what, nobody not let me in? Cool, do your thing. I'm not upset. Mom must reach out my yard, you know. Y'all gonna keep going till a taxi man come out of nowhere. Your glass smash, so I'm not taking a chance with you. Anyway, right. So as we're going along, we realize that Chivo is trying to like ghost Spooky, of all people, and Jamal, who is proficient, shall we say, at stalking people. So that's kind of a worthless effort too. And then we have, I had to get to it last, guys. Like, I started on my block because I wanted to see this dream couple come through, and they are not coming through. Monse and Caesar. Monsar. It's not happening. It's not on. It's not doing the do. Why? And I it's the reality of life. Burnt people burn people. Me tell you, so the taxi man go come and him, but he never did want to let me out though. Big up yourself, driver. Yeah, but the mean guy in front of me is gonna still be mean. Oops, the taxi man overtook you. Hush. Right. So Mansar, right? And because I'm a generous soul, come out, sir. You get to drive where you're driving, because we're generous-hearted people here in this car. Right. So Monse gets a visit from Kachio after she says, all right, peace, I'm out. I'm not getting involved with y'all. You don't need me. I don't need you. Fine. Let's call it quits and done. We knew that wasn't going to happen. All right, sir. Teeth the bly. Anyway, so Caesar, who is very clearly, and I don't blame him for still being in love with Monse. To be honest, like, it's his first love. And it looks like this first love was blossoming from way back in kindergarten or something. And then they finally got together. All the hushity hush of season 1. All the push and pull in season 2. And what we're seeing in this episode is the result of some bad choices. Caesar's bad choices have come back to haunt him. And even though he made them at a time when he was like most vulnerable, most weak, when he was just tragic, it doesn't justify what he did. Does not justify what he did. And the burn that entails, the sting, the pain, the letdown, the disappointment that Monse felt after she... And I get where she's coming from. She defended him when other people wouldn't. She protected him at the cost of her own freedom. And it's a serious... See, people want to make it seem like she's overly emotional, but if you were in her shoes doing everything she did for Caesar, would you really be irrational to have that kind of vindictive attitude and vindictive... I mean, she slept with this guy just to prove a point, just to be like, that hurt, didn't it? Yeah, because I'm not back with you. I don't love you yet. And she does love him, but she loves him and hates him. And the hatred is showing because the pain, it's the pain. The pain is manifesting in this very negative, destructive way where she's like, I'm going to get back at you with the best tools I have. And sex is what brought us together. Sex is what's going to tear this down. Because if you want sex... Oh, you can get sex. But sex ain't relationship. So don't even come to me with that. Don't even come to me with that. And she's not wrong for being angry. She's wrong for using sex as the manipulation tool. Never go for manipulation. Manipulation is what breeds psychopaths. You can't trust somebody who's manipulative because you don't know the end game, and the end game is always destructive. I've never met somebody who was manipulative and you're like, woo, that worked out so well. Everybody went fine. It was great. Yay. Hannibal. They ended up dead. I'm just saying. So I see a cautionary tale. You, stalker, clearly some messes afoot here. But I can't wait for episode 2. This is review of episode 1 on my blog, season 3. I'm out. I can't do no more. I'm driving. I'm responsible now. Bye.